I accidentally inserted the world's hottest chili pepper this morning, and that got me thinking. Raid rockets are very, very cool. Now, in one of my last videos that I recently did, I set off 100 of these rockets, fired up into space to basically see what would happen. I jumped in my ship and I followed them. However, halfway through that venture, I lost sight. And that was only because these things actually all hit an asteroid field and they scattered everywhere. And we didn't end up, at the end of the video, we didn't really end up seeing what actually happened. We got basically a few pixels on a screen and it was very faded out and I wasn't very happy with it. So I wanted to come back and revisit this experiment. Now I found a planet. Now this planet, and it also has right above our head, you guessed it, a space station. And it's as close to a space station to a planet that I could find in the entire system. So same premise roughly as before, but I'm not going to fire 100. I'm only going to fire about 4 because there's no need to fire 100 of them. We can literally just see the arc where it goes up. We can use that to capture these rockets, and we can build a contraption now to basically trap them, get 4 off altogether, and then we can follow them up to the space station and finally reveal its secrets. So let's get into today's video.
Yeah, well, it's your sign at your chillana. Fabel, geweilig in man at sich auch rief bevor. Nicht gäste vertriebbar. Ich weiß nicht mehr. Das soll ich für China as nicht das whole geht mir go so man ja hello fizine ich so durchaus ja nicht selbst das level erst gäste erst in noch gave all by with her Sinem skess wel for snissy love him oh hey I'm not going to what the sinem skess wel for every cast and look said the on the swap so in the shed steps so in the zati 50 ability and said no more off and okay was not Isham motion not snow for out for Ellen okay what actually Karolf Fahi head Eben Simon his in the Alright, so after a very successful journey, no asteroid fields appeared, which is always good news, and as you can see, they are pulsing right now directly, it looks like to the opening of the space station itself. So let me know, before you watch the rest of this, let me know in the comment section right now, do you think they go through and land, or do you think they just disappear or something? So here we go, pause the video now, let me know your answer, and 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay. So what it looked like there, and I'll go in just to double check, but from what I saw there, and if I go inside, yeah, so what I've seen there is seems to what's happened, and once they hit the doors of the space station, they will automatically de-render and disappear, thus completing the transaction from sending the rockets up into space, going to the space station, and essentially giving you your valuables, even though technically speaking they pay you in advance and then they fire off. But still, really good to know, because until now I don't think I've seen anyone else ever show what actually happens. Now, I was reading a comment from that video that I did a few days ago, and someone made a really good point, and I couldn't actually give them an answer, and that was, well, what happens if the system doesn't have a space station? Where do they go? Can you even still call them in? And I decided to investigate that a little further. So I went ahead, opened up my galaxy map, and I found a region in space with no information about it. That's usually a good telltale sign that there is in fact no space station in this system, which would be fantastic for this experiment. And we can also confirm that by looking at the planet scan lines, the kind of like faded out lines that all wrap around to the space station. There's nothing there. On my HUD, there's no space station there, so it's not like it's hiding behind a planet or something. Fantastic, we're clear, and we can start this experiment again and fire some rockets off. Okay, so the rocket has been fired off, and we are just going to follow this singular rocket now. Watch what happens though, it's very, very weird. Do you see how it's arcing constantly? So it changes direction mid-flight, and then what happens is we then follow it, and then it'll change. Look at that, it changes direction again. So it's doing a double curve in its trajectory, which if there was a system with a space station, that shouldn't happen. And I was following it for a small while, and its behavior was a little sporadic. It didn't know what it was doing, but then it focused. Strangely enough, it did end up focusing on a very particular spot in space, which then got me thinking,
So we know there's no space station, so what is it actually focusing on? Maybe, and I am just guessing here, and I will have to follow on these things fully, but maybe it's following a path where it will get to a certain point and it will go into the next galaxy, almost like a hidden door in every universe that doesn't have a space station. So it's one of those where maybe every galaxy has like an hidden door, where then technically if you go through that door you'll automatically jump to the next system. Because I've done it before where I've tried flying to the sun, and I've gotten to a point where things just completely glitched out and I've actually been teleported to a whole new system before. So is that something that this is doing, but it actually knows the exact location to where maybe a said hidden door or whatever it is trying to follow? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, because this has got me very intrigued, and I will probably have to follow one of these maybe in a live stream at some point. But there you have it, guys. That's everything from me here today, and as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.